Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've made a video. Been real busy for the last few weeks. I want to get this video started. I've got a lot to cover. Like I said, it's been 3 weeks and things that's happened over the last 3 weeks I want to address with you guys and let you know where we're at, what we're doing. Start this video out by saying thank you to Sburger 6604. I certainly appreciate the shout out from you. Again, you've been a mentor of mine that I've watched before I come to Snyder, and a lot of great information. And to answer one of your questions that you said in the video is or comments to me was about your videos being relevant today, and they are. So I encourage everybody to go look at those videos that you've put out for the last 5 years, and congratulations again on that. I know that was tough. I'm starting to see it myself. So I know that was probably a struggle for you for a while, but you did it. So and you're still there. So that's awesome. Highly encourage people to go check out Sburger 6604. Check his YouTube channel out. Give him a like and a follow. Great guy. Certainly answered questions for me as I've been going along here, along with quite a few others, and great community. So just don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask me questions. Don't be afraid to ask any of these guys that I mentioned questions, and they will answer you. They will definitely talk to you and help you out the best way they can. So. With that said, I want to say that we hit over 100 subscribers, which is
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I said in the video before that I had 70 subscribers, and I was like, I couldn't believe that 70 people wanted to listen to me say anything. So the fact that we're over 100, I certainly appreciate it, guys,
right.
and I appreciate you helping me get this content out to people, and hopefully it'll help somebody along the way. Maybe it'll answer some questions they have down the road. So with that said,
We're going to give some shout outs to some of the new subscribers that we just want to thank, and we just appreciate each and every one of you. The first one is going to be Johnny Ironmonger, Corn Dogs, Semis, and Bikes, Bromdell Incorporated, Raw Kaplan. Did I say that right?
I don't know. We're probably going to butcher these names,
We're
guys.
gonna butcher them, and we apologize.
We try to give you a shout out and just let you know we appreciate you, and we see you new subscribers.
And the other one is Chikahu Low. If that's butchering, we apologize. We don't mean to disrespect anybody. Robert Soltis, how you say that?
Got no idea.
Soltysyk. Thank you, Robert. Robert Robertson. Samoyan Am. If you guys are wanting to know some tanker information, check out Normatic Brett's channel. He's got some good information. We've got Big Pig 1971. We got JCA 9999, and we got John B. Kelly. Also, we've got Another Day with Waylon. He's got some great information on his channel. He's come a long way in almost a year, and we just appreciate watching some of his videos. So I think Tracy had some information to give to Waylon. We was watching his video the other day, and I can't remember which one it was, and he was talking about if anybody had any information about looking at Landstar's load board before you could join on with them. Truth About Trucking here, he knows a little bit about that. So Waylon, if you watching, we hope this information is good for you.
I'm gonna go ahead and address that since she's brought it up already. Landstar's load board, you can go look at their live load board, and and see it before you do anything if you want to. But there's a couple of steps you have to take to be able to do that. One, you have to go to their website, the Landstar. I think it's Landstar.com, and look down. You'll see where it says live load board webinar. I think it says. You click there and you go in and you sign up for it. And they have 2 or 3 days a week that they do it on a certain time. So you pick the date that you'll be able to sit down and watch it. It lasts about an hour. You have to download a small app. It's GoToWebinar. It's an app. Just go to the App Store and download that little app they've got there, and that's where you'll actually sign on when it starts. They'll send you a link to that, and as long as you got that app downloaded, you can bring it up, and it is live. It's not a recorded thing. It's actually live. You can actually ask questions. You can doing the load board if you want to know maybe from your home state or city or something to wherever you might run to or anywhere, whatever. They will a lot of times, according to how many's on there, they will answer it. They will pull it up for you and tell you it's for you, and that's what they did for me. I just checked it out just to see where they was at. I think I did from South Carolina to Dallas because that's where I was at. I just wanted to see what the rate was, and it was rather high. But they were hazmat loads, so keep that in mind. If you see a load board, look at the right side of it, and it'll say hazmat. Keep in mind you got to have a hazmat to run that, and they do pay pretty well. I think his load coming out of Dallas coming back this way, it paid like $4,000 for it, but it was a hazmat load, so keep that in mind. But you can do it. You can go look at their live load board without even doing an application or talking to anybody actually to be able to sign up for that. Just so another day of whaling. I hope that answers your question that you can do that. Any questions, comments about that? Feel free to leave a comment or get in touch with me. Send me an email, truthabouttrucking@gmail.com. I will answer it the best I can based on what I've seen and done so far with it. I guess that, like I said, we got a lot to go. So I'm going to move on to first thing I want to say something about. Guys, your CDLs, and I'm sure I don't have to tell any of you how important it is to keep them clean. And by that I mean, speeding tickets, anything like that, anything that's going to affect your CDLs or your CSA score, anything like that. It's a lesson learned from me, and if they watch this video, they'll know what I'm talking about as far as speeding tickets go. So slow down. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's what you need to do. I'm going to move on to, I see that AB5 is a bill that passed in California. That you start to see a lot of people talk about it. I'd like to know your thoughts on it. I have mine. I think it's really going to hurt the owner-operators. It's going to put a lot of people out of business. And then on top of that, they're talking about raising the, I think it was the insurance to $2 million instead of $1 million like they want now. So I think it's going to be detrimental to smaller owner-operators, single truck operations. Who knows where it's going to go from there if it becomes national. So I'd like to know your thoughts on that. Especially guys that's been in this for a while, especially on the operator side. I would like to know your thoughts on that and where do you think that might head, or maybe it won't. And I hope it don't, because it's going to take a lot of people's livelihoods away from them. I think that's what it's going to do. Real quick on the Garmin that I got, the GPS with the dash cam. The dash cam is awesome. No complaints with it at all. I mean, I absolutely love it. I keep it on all the time. The GPS, in my opinion, is nothing special. Just my opinion of it. Doesn't get me where I need to go most of the time. Unless you get into rural communities, it'll take you around the world to get to where you want to go, but it will get you there. most of the time. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's most of the time. But as far as the dash cam goes, it's awesome, and I would recommend that side of it. If government done a dash cam, I'd say get it. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Brings me to my next one. Hazmat. I know that Landstar, there's quite a few others that say that you have to have your hazmat endorsement or have it in process to lease on to companies. There's quite a few that do require it. A little information on that, if you didn't know, if you have a TWIC card, TWIC, I think it's Transportation Workers Identification Credentials or whatever it's whatever that TWIC stands for. If you have your TWIC card, you can pay a reduced fee on your hazmat endorsement. I think sometimes it's like $115, $89. If you have a TWIC card, I seen it was like $65. So, and it goes in tandem with your TWIC card. So, what I mean by that is, if you have a TWIC card that doesn't expire till 2024, 25, your hazmat endorsement is going to be attached to it, so it's not going to expire until then. So that's what I read from the website. Talked to a couple people. That's how it works. Because if you do a TWIC card, if you've done it, you already know what I mean. You've already been vetted. You've already been fingerprinted to allow you to get in ports and rail yards that you have to have. So you've already went through that process that they're wanting you to do for your hazmat. So, and you can get it at a reduced rate for your endorsement that you have to pay for. So just wanted to get that information out there in case you didn't know. If you know any more information on that, again, leave me a comment. Let me know. It's the truth as I know it right now. So I'm I'll say this about the load boards for Schneider load board, something that I've learned. It took me a minute to learn it, and I've heard the guys talk about it, but it's hard for me to do because I'm so used to just going and going. Sometimes you're going to have to sit. You're going to have to sit a day to catch that load that's coming out of there. And if you do your research, you do your homework on these loads in your lane that's coming out, it's generally every week. And for an example, I run to Carrollton, Texas last week. I didn't book any other loads. I just run it out there. I was waiting on a load that I seen come out the week before that paid really well. Went up to, where'd he go? Carlisle, Pennsylvania, York, Pennsylvania, in that area that paid really well. And it was on the board, but it wasn't confirmed yet. So I decided to sit a day, and the following day it did confirm, and I grabbed it. So it kept me on my average, what I needed per day that I set for myself. And that's something you need to learn, that sometimes you don't have to book a load every single day. You don't have to, unless that's what you want to do. I mean, it's up to you. But if you'll sit and wait a day, especially if you've done your homework on the loads that's coming in and out of the area that you run, you'll see those same loads every week. And if you do, and if something you like to run and it pays well, but you might have to sit a day. So that's what I was saying. You know, sometimes it pays you to sit a day. To these other guys, I'm sure it makes sense. I'm sure they've done it and know what I'm talking about. It brings me to my last. I kind of blew through those topics. Again, any questions, comments, let me know in the comment section below, or send me an email. The reason I blew through them so fast is I got something that's bothering me about SFI finance. I'm in a process. I'm probably going to have surgery. I got injured. That's what happened. I believe I have a torn rotator cuff that's going to require surgery. It happened on the job, and here I am. I told you that to let you know this. when I talked to SFI about the truck itself, because of payments and the insurances and stuff like that, you know what I'm talking about with your escrows and your maintenance accounts, stuff like that. There is only a few options to you if something like this happens to you as far as the truck goes. One, you can turn the truck in, or you can make the payments. That's your only two options that you have. And I was told that if I turn the truck in, that I haven't been late on payments. They had no problems with me so far with as far as the truck goes and keeping up with stuff and maintenance and stuff like that. And if I'm gonna be out for a while, then turn the truck in. When I come back, they would finance me another truck and work with me there, and then proceeded to tell me, but they're going to charge me $6,000 to do that, and it's in the contract. They still considered it breaking the lease, and they're going to charge you $6,000, if not more, if they have to come get the truck. That's if you take it to an OC center or somewhere that they want you to take it. Hindsight's 2020. You know, when you get to where you're going and get your truck and everything's new and you're excited about it and what the future holds, and you see it I seen it. I know it's in there. I didn't think nothing of it. It's not going to affect me. I'm going to run this truck. I'm going to make my payments, and hopefully in the 3 years I'll just pay it off completely. That was my goal. That was still my intentions. But to me, it seems like SFI has their self covered all the way around, which is no surprise. And there's nothing in that contract that's going to protect you. So to me, that's something you might want to think about. Maybe extra insurance. I'm lucky enough I got the insurance to cover. I believe that's going to cover the truck payments and the insurance. Which leads me to this. That's only the tractor itself. You also have to deal with Schneider National because that's who you pull for. If Schneider National decides that you haven't pulled a load in a month or 2 months, or how long this recovery thing is going to be for me, which I don't know how long it's going to be. If they decide that I haven't done that, then they can pull the contract. And then on the SFI side of it, you have to maintain your truck payments, you have to keep insurance update and truck payments, and you have to be leased to a carrier. So if Schneider National pulls the contract, you're not leased to a carrier anymore, which makes your contract null and void, which means you will turn your truck in. Unless you can sign on with another carrier, but if you're under a medical condition or whatever, they're not going to sign you on anywhere. So you're kind of in a rock and a hard place. You know, they kind of got you bent over a barrel with it. These guys has been around with Schneider, Esberger, Store Lord, Big Rig CEO. Any insight on this at all? It was a shock to me that they wouldn't willing to work with me, because to me, I might be out a month too. I don't know yet. I have to wait until I see the surgeon next Wednesday. All they told me was it's in the contract. So, and to me, there's no flexibility there at all with the circumstances. So I wanted to put this information out there for you guys. If you get injured with a SFI truck, you're more than likely going to lose your truck unless you've planned for that. If you've been out for a while, you probably got enough money in your. If you got them holding extra money out, every week like I was doing, it might cover the truck for that. I don't know. It just depends on how much you get them to hold. A lot of us would not have that, unless you have the means to take care of it yourself. And Schneider National agrees that, okay, we'll hold your spot, so to speak, on pulling freight for them and not pull the contract from you. So I felt it was important to mention that, say something about it, because I haven't heard anybody else say anything about that, or can find any information about that. So if you guys know anybody or personal experience, let me know. I'd be anxious to know about how you went about it, what happened. The insurance that I have with it, they have been very helpful. They got the ball rolling pretty quick on the claim I had to do, and so I'm just waiting for some paperwork I have to do. I have to sign, and they're checking on the policy itself to make sure I got everything whether they got everything they need from me. So I'll keep you updated on that.
We're just hoping for a good outcome all the
Yeah.
way. So I mean,
Yeah. I'm hoping it's not as bad as it is, and maybe a little bit of therapy and I can get right back to it. But we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not a doctor, so. But that's where we're at. Again, I'll keep you guys updated on it. That's all I got. I certainly appreciate you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Please like, share, subscribe. Definitely leave me comments. On the stuff the topics that I hit today, and we'll get you some answers, or we'll find them for you. Again, guys, thank you for everything. I certainly appreciate it.
thank you all. Yes.
I certainly appreciate it. Till then, keep the shiny side up, keep the dirty side down. See you on the next one.